So this is part of a 5-part series about Jesus, the communion, part 1. When I speak of the communion, I cannot state it more boldly than the communion is Jesus and Jesus is the communion. So understanding every part of the communion is extremely important. So I'm breaking it up into 5 parts to understand the communion better, but there could be more parts that I don't see that someone else could see to bring in the fullness of the picture. But I've broken it into 5 parts. The first part I want to focus on is community. So Jesus, when he started the communion, you can read in all 4 of the Gospels about the communion. When he spoke about the communion, he said, it is with fervent desire that he has looked forward to having this communion with his disciples. Fervent desire. He could have done it on his own. He could have sat at a table, broken bread, drank wine on his own. But that's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to do it with people. And that's why we call it the communion, because it's a commune thing that we do. It is a togetherness thing that we do. And that is what Jesus wanted. He wanted us to do it together, to be in unity as we do it, and to do it together with Him. So that's the first thing about the communion, the Lord's Supper, as it is also called. It is not an individual thing, it's a community thing. And if we understand that, we understand one of the most important things about why Jesus came to the earth, why he died for us. If you are like me, you desire with fervent desire to find your spiritual family, to be in communion with your spiritual family and with Jesus. That is a desire that will never go away for a true Christian. And that is something that Jesus put there because community is so important to him. He said, I give you a new commandment during the communion. I give you a new commandment. Love each other as I have loved you. So this was something really beautiful that happened just before they ended um, the Lord's Supper. In John 17 from verse 20, Jesus included all believers in his prayer, all believers that will ever be. So he said, I do not pray for these alone meaning the disciples, the 12 that were there. I do not pray for these alone, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. So all believers that will ever exist was included in the prayer of Jesus during the Lord's Supper. Not only did he want to be in communion with his disciples, with his 12 disciples, but he wanted to be in communion at that moment with all of us. And that is why I want you to understand how important community is, the Christian community is. We are all connected, brought together by Jesus. And in the strength of the Lord's Supper, it is forever. That community is forever. I hope you understand this.